unresolved issues on the Clarity Act. We've been talking about legislative text on the proposed stablecoin yield compromise, and it looks like this is not going to get a markup until, what, May?
Well, I wait every day for white smoke to come from the Senate on this topic. I want to thank Senators Alsobrooks and Tillis for working mightily with the crypto industry and the banking industry to reach that compromise. They've devoted weeks and weeks to it. And senators on both sides of the aisle, led by Senator Scott, Senator Lummis, and others, also have worked on the other issues that are important to getting this bill back to the House, such as making sure that the decentralized finance aspects of the bill are in good shape too. So we're here to work with them. We're here to get this to the president's desk just as soon as possible.
So do you think that the new language will generally bar yield for the stable coins held on platforms?
Personally, when I was
because there's also an idea that stable coins can be used to make purchases and then they can pay the rewards.
Well, personally, when I reviewed the language, I felt like it was a possible compromise, and I hope we can get it done.
Congressman, it's good to see you this morning. Thanks for your work.
Compromise. It's all about the banks making money, people. It's all about the banks paying off politicians in the United States. It's all about the banks not wanting to bend to this blockchain technology, but they're going to have to because, yes, they're going to see deposit flight. For the past 4 or 5 years, my bank has experienced my deposit flight. Why? Because I have put it into crypto and blockchain and recently stable coins that draw interest for me more than my bank has given me back. Welcome back to the show, everybody. I hope everybody is having a fantastic Friday. We're less than a week away from XRP Las Vegas. Today is Friday, April the 24th. It's cloudy. It might be rainy today. There's lots of things to do today. Lots of things to cover. Be sure to follow me on X @AllTheMoney, and we're going to go ahead and get into it. So if you have not signed up for free at iTrustCapital, what's the problem? Do you have old 401ks? Have you lost your job and you have a 401k sitting there making nothing, maybe 4 to 8%? Well, you have opportunities. You can roll 401ks into a crypto IRA. You can move over an existing IRA into iTrustCapital. You can also move another crypto IRA from another company to iTrustCapital and get a 2% bonus. And you can also get a $100 funding bonus by funding your account through my affiliate link. And you can also set up a Roth IRA. And also, I love, and what most people are doing right now, they're taking advantage of the premium custody account. Why? Because it's institutional grade custody. You do not have to worry about passwords and seed phrases and somebody hacking your wallet with an email or a text message or a physical letter in the mail. iTrustCapital keeps it safe for you, and it's free to sign up, and there's no monthly fees, and they have the best trading fees on the market, people. Sign up for free. iTrustCapital. Tell them James Rule, XRP sent you by. All right, take a look at numbers. Down just a tad, 2.68 trillion market. Bitcoin is still at $78,000 a token. Ethereum is at 2,300 plus. XRP is at $1.44. People are asking me, James, why is XRP not $2,300? Why is XRP not $78,000? Well, the banks, financial institutions, this technology is finally starting to be adopted slowly but surely. It's taking time to get all the puzzle pieces to fit together just right. All these banking clients are demanding crypto and blockchain in their portfolios, and we're going to look at a grok illustration of that here shortly. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and pull it up. And this morning, I asked Super Grok. I said, why are the major financial institutions suddenly adopting crypto and blockchain technology? And this is what AI told me. Major financial institutions aren't adopting crypto and blockchain suddenly. The shift has been building for years, but 2025 marked a clear inflection point with accelerated mainstream integration accelerating into 2026. What changed was a combination of regulatory green lights, proven infrastructure, compelling real-world use cases, especially tokenization and payments, and competitive pressure. Traditional finance, which is TradeFi, is now actively building on blockchain rather than just experimenting or hedging against it. Here are the core drivers based on recent documents. And yes, you may think the banks are pushing against this, but believe me, people, the XRP ledger being able to move millions or billions or hundreds or dollars in seconds around the world for a fraction of a penny. You know the banks are looking at this technology for savings. I'm just going to go over the key highlights. I'm going to leave a copy of this illustration of this documentation in the below in the description of this video. Regulatory clarity finally removed the biggest barrier. Blockchain delivers real efficiency gains, especially tokenization and 24/7 payments. Client demand, new revenue streams, and portfolio diversification. Clients are demanding cryptocurrency in their portfolios, and people, tokenization is coming up. Tokenized stocks, tokenized real estate, tokenized everything. You're going to be able to invest in digital assets and cryptocurrency and stocks and blockchain in your retirement portfolios in the near future. Market maturation and competitive FOMO pressure. All of these big players are having the fear of missing out. All of these big players, believe it or not, are having the fear of missing out. You got BlackRock, JP Morgan, Fidelity, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, Bank of America, and others. Here is the summation of this illustration. In short, the sudden part is the regulatory thaw unlocking everything else. Blockchain isn't replacing traditional finance. It's being absorbed to make it faster, cheaper, and more global. Risk remains, volatility, custody incidents, evolving rules, but the economic incentives have clearly shifted in favor of adoption. This trend looks set to deepen through 2026 and beyond, with stablecoins, tokenization, and on-chain infrastructure becoming standard tools rather than experiments, people. I've been in this space 9 years, and I've seen the banks go, no. I've seen the Gary Genslers, the Elizabeth Warrens, the Brad Shermans, all the negative Nancys and blah, blah, blah is out there going, no, it's even Jamie Dimon with JP Morgan was like, nope, it's all a scam. It's all a scam. It's all a scam. And when they start doing a little bit of digging and watching some of our YouTube videos and realizing that, wait a minute, the XRP ledger, all these different networks have use cases. They're money saving. They're efficient. They're fast. Oh my goodness. Why didn't we not know that? Why didn't somebody not tell us this? And they're finally waking up. Here's another CoinDesk. Markets. U.S. spot XRP ETFs have accumulated 1.23% of total XRP market cap worth $1.08 billion as more than $75 million flowed into the funds in April. ETFs, an opportunity to invest in the value of these digital assets without having to go to an Uphold or a Coinbase or a Binance or whatever, purchase it, putting it in your own wallet, worrying if you're going to get hacked. Well, the ETFs are giving individuals opportunities to invest in these technologies without self-custody. And I'm an OG. Most of you out there listening are OGs. So self-custody is key. We are our own banks by holding our own crypto. And if you don't know about that, do your own research. The wolf, Scott Melker, the wolf of all streets, Bitwise. A new crypto cycle is taking shape, and assets like XRP may be the ones to benefit. Reese Merrick with Ripple. As more banks and financial institutions move into digital assets, secure, compliant custody is no longer optional. It's a starting point. In our latest insight, we break down why Ripple custody is a purpose built for institutions. Full private key control with bank-grade security, multi-layered compliance, seamless integration with core banking systems, support for XRP or LUSD, tokenized assets, staking, and more. Custody is the bedrock. Once institutions have confidence in how their assets are stored and moved, everything else like trading, issuance, tokenization, and on-chain credit becomes possible. This is an article that came out on the 15th of April by Ripple. Ripple Custody is the foundation of institutional digital asset adoption for the big players, for the financial institutions. I mentioned iTrustCapital a while ago. iTrustCapital uses institutional grade custody that is being used for these major financial institutions. iTrustCapital, iTrustCapital, iTrustCapital. I keep harping on it. Why? Because it's security. It's keeping your family. It's keeping your funds safe for generations, future generations, people. And I keep harping on it because yes, I'm a client. Yes, I'm an affiliate. But yes, I'm sharing the love. I'm sharing the wealth with you. Matt at Mattman_1111. I love 1111. I believe in the laws of attraction. I believe in looking through the trees, getting positive vibes out to everybody that's listening to my channel today and every day. While most of crypto chases narratives, this is what real utility looks like. XRP was designed to solve one of the biggest problems in finance, global liquidity. This is an illustration that was created by him. And it says XRP, the asset built for global liquidity, not speculation. It is infrastructure. Now, many of you out there have just gotten into crypto and you purchased $50 worth of XRP. You may have a couple $1,000 worth. You may have $10,000 worth of XRP and you're going, man, I don't know if I want to keep this stuff any longer because it's not making me any money. Well, are you looking at the underlying technology? Are you finally waking up and having an aha moment like the BlackRocks, like the JP Morgans, like the cities, like all the major financial institutions? Franklin Templeton's going to be at XRP Las Vegas, people. Neutral bridge asset, no counterparty risk between currencies, doesn't favor any single nation or system, designed to connect all value networks, all the money. That's why my handle is all the money, people. On-demand liquidity eliminates the need for pre-funded Nostro-Vostro accounts, frees up billions in trapped capital. Real-time FX settlement using XRP as the bridge, cross-border payments. Real-world utility, cross-border payments in seconds for fractions of a penny, used by financial institutions, not just traders, scaled for high-volume global flows. We're talking trillions. We're talking quadrillions. We're talking quadrillions, people. How many zeros is that? I think Nadine Chakar with the DTCC said there are 15 zeros in a quadrillion. That's a lot of zeros. Liquidity, neutrality, efficiency, that's the niche. Faster, cheaper, neutral, always on. XRP, XRP. I always tell you, XRP is the one. Coming up next week, next Thursday and Friday, I will be at XRP Las Vegas, and I'm so excited. My tail is wagging. I get to see all of you beautiful people, all you beautiful developers, all you beautiful new companies like Debit and all these other blockchains that are going to be there. It's going to be a wonderful time. Well, check this out. My wallet sponsor, DCENT, is going to, they have given me 2 sealed boxes of the biometric wallets, the DCENT wallets, and I'll be in person next week giving away 2 of these. They created a new splash page for me to give you discounts, special discounts on these wonderful biometric wallets. They have an extended deal that's going on now. You need to click on the link below. You need to grab you a DCENT wallet, and you need to keep your XRP safe, your Bitcoin safe, your VeChain safe, your Flare safe. Keep everything safe, self-custody, and check it out. It's under $100 for a wallet that is going to save you a lot of headaches. So be sure to subscribe, follow, like my videos, listen to me talk, watch my videos in their entirety and learn a little bit, and maybe share this information with the ones you love. On occasion, I'm going to talk about crypto scams. I'm going to talk about how everyday people are losing billions of dollars because they're falling for scams. And I made a video, my 5th video back. It says, beware of scams. Click on that video and watch it and learn how to protect yourself and your family and your security and your banks and your well-being by not getting scammed by these you-know-what scammers. So have a good one. Enjoy your weekend. I'll see you tomorrow. And don't forget, people, I told you so.